If I had wings, just like a bird, I would not say a single word. I spread my wings and fly away beyond the reach of yesterday. And if I could swim, just like a fish, I'd give my little tail a swish. I'd swim till days and nights, and then I never would be found again. Or if I were a comet bright, I'd drop in secret every night, 10 millions of miles away, and none would know where I kept my solitude. But I'm not a bird, or a fish, or a comet, so I need not wish, and need not try to get away beyond the reach of yesterday. I had so much to live for, so much left yet to do yet. It seems almost impossible that I was leaving you. I thought of all the yesterdays, the good ones and the bad. I thought of all the love we shared and all the fun we had. If I could relive yesterday, just even for a while, I said goodbye and kiss you, and maybe see you smile. But when I fully realized that this could never be, for emptiness and memories would take the place for me. And when I thought of worldly things, I miss my come tomorrow. I thought of you, and when I did, my heart was filled with sorrow. But when I walked through the heaven's gate, I felt so much at home. When God looked down and smiled at me from his great golden throne, he said, "This is eternity, and all I've promised you. Today, your life on earth is past, but here life starts anew. You have been so faithful, for trusting, so true. I thought you were times you did some things you knew you shouldn't do. But you have been forgiven, and now at least you're free. So won't you come and take my hand and share my life with me? So when tomorrow starts without me, don't think we're far apart. For every time you think of me, I'm right here in your heart. It takes a special kind of someone to turn a house into a home, to grow a boy into a man, in blood, in flesh and bone, to fill his mind with knowledge, that kind that have never known, and still in his heart with love, so that he can be better on his own. It takes a special kind of someone to be there all the while, just to see her rising sun through every tear and every smile, to be there through the years, through every fear and every trial. That someone is a mother. That someone is a mother. It's madness to hate all roses because you got scratched with one thorn, to give up on your dreams because one didn't come true, to lose faith in prayers because one was not answered, to condemn all your friends because one betrayed you, not believe in love because someone wasn't faithful or didn't love you back, to throw away all your chances to be happy because you didn't succeed on the first attempt. There will always be another opportunity, another friend, another love, a new strength. For every end, there is always a new beginning. And now, here is my secret, a very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly what is essential is invisible to the eye. I've always admired roses, but not for their colors. There's something about them that I haven't yet discovered. Yet everyone tells me that I'm looking into deep, that it's just a flower, just a little prize you keep. But yet there is something special about the roses that you see. It's not about the petals, it's about the thorns for me. It puzzles me how something so beautiful and rare can catch you so deep and you wouldn't even care. Warm brown eyes that once looked at me now gaze nowhere, can no longer see. Your silk fur I gently stroke, but friend, my heart is broke. The joy that danced in your wagging tail, our daily walks, your spirit held. With you gone, home fails. No one else knew quite your special smile, your head nestled upon my leg a while. You fill this house with life and love, a gift sent from angels above. The stillness cuts deep like a knife. You miss your love, I miss your life. You took a piece of my heart to heaven. Goodbye, my friend, till we meet again. I don't let go easily. I hold with both hands, with every thread of faith and the softness of my plans. But when I walk away, know this, it wasn't haste. so to love you, but she won't say goodbye. I still search for you in crowds, in empty fields, in soaring clouds, in city lights, and passing cars, on winding roads, and wishing stars. I wonder where you could be now. For years I've not said your name out loud. No longer since I called you mine. Time has passed for you and I. And no longer since. But I have learned to live without. I do not mind. I still love you anyhow. To broken hearts, through broken dreams, to me and you, to you and me, to all the friends and all the foes, to those who love and those who don't, to those who have and those without, to parents scorn, deprived of doubt, to those who give, to those who save, to those afraid and all the brave, to all the seconds unforgiving, to the departed and all the living, to those who dare, to those who care, to those in bliss and in despair, to all the smiles and all the laughs, to all we love and love's behalf, to all the pain and single cry, to happiness and every high. In the darkest winter of my life, when all that I could see was strife, I faithfully followed the vibrant light that stayed me through the starless night. My heart did spring for that itchy chill. When I think of it, I can feel it still. I've only just begun to heal. I only just begun to feel the soothing breeze on summer waves, when every day is a sunny day. It's funny, I can finally say it feels good to be alive today. Through every now and then I fall, I'm losing leaves, but through it all, through the darkness, winters of life, I never lost a vibrant light. How would you paint me if you were an artist? How would you paint me? With deep, solid strokes, or your brush sweeping softly? Would you paint me by number? Quickly fill the lines, or sketch me first, taking your time? Would you use vibrant colors or plain shades of gray? Would you change me in any way? Would you hand me proudly and gaze at me softly, or tug me away until I'm forgotten. She had a library, you see, with many different stories alone, but the ones you couldn't borrow were the ones that were her own. They sat there on the bookshelf, abandoned, collecting dust for those she used to share them to had all broken her trust. There were some chapters that to them looked out of space, and even some words that they had tried to erase. There were some empty shelves because of all the stories they took, and other shelves full of tales that had never been given a look. One day, a boy came and began to fill his cart with all the books she'd written from her heart. At first, she was terrified, but he promised to stay and read every single one without stopping halfway. He brushed off the dust from the stories that were forgotten and worked through the pile until he finally reached the bottom. And through the stack of books, he began to try to weave. You can imagine her heartbreak when he got up and left. But he grabbed her hand and led her through the door. For this was just one library, and then were many more. He told her that he loved every single word he read, and he wasn't forgetting her library, but showing her his instead. I was once an angel that lived up in the sky, but I was cast out. I fell for the devil in disguise, and he fell for my light. He tried to stay away and fought all my might, but the way our flames danced and the way we kissed, I realized that no matter how hard I tried, I just could not resist. So I held for him, and I fell from the sky. Yes, I left my halo behind for my devil in disguise. Her eyes are blue, Yours are brown. Hers represent the ocean. Yours represent the ground. You've always hated your eyes and wished that they were blue, but your eyes have a tint of gold, so rare it must not be true. So her eyes are blue, and yours, her eyes are brown, but your eyes hold riches that are buried in the ground. Her eyes carry the storms and rage like the sea. Your eyes carry earthquakes that bring mountains to their knees. Maybe her eyes are blue, but your eyes reign queen because they hold the purest riches the world has ever seen. There are thousands of me inside me, where some of me are free from cage, while some of me still haven't found the key. Some of me are lost in desert, while some of me are drowned in sea. Some of me are open books. Some of me remained mystery. Some of me are forgotten poets, while sometimes we ourselves are poetry. Some of me are questions unasked, while some of me are the blunt answer. Some of me are as brave as a wolf, while some of me are afraid of the dark. Sometimes we are stalled for a fire, but some of me are still a spark. Some of me are as cold as an iceberg, while some of me are yet to burn. Most of the time we stay forever, but once we leave, some never to return. There are thousands of me inside me. Some of me are hidden deep. Some of me you see, some of me are known to you, while some of me are even unknown to me. I saw you today, a stranger I once knew too well. Your favorite color, your favorite food, your 3 AM thoughts, the way you smiled right before saying goodbye. I knew them all, but today I walk past you like we never dreamed the same future, as my hands never waited for your name to light up a screen that stayed dark, as if I never stayed up for that one call, that one text, that one let's try again. Fascinating, isn't it? How we unloved without even letting go. I wonder, do you ever feel it too? Because I still love you, my favorite little stranger. She was the storm once, reckless, wild, blowing through trust like it was paper, leaving tears in places love once lived. But she stayed. After the damage, she stayed, planted her feet in the ruins and watered the ground with guilt, hoping something soft would grow. They said they forgave her, but forgiveness never came without the ghost locked behind every silence. Every small mistake she made, a trigger, a rewind, a reminder of who she used to be. She wasn't asking to forget, only to be seen, not as the villain in the story, but the woman who stayed, who grew, who loved, even if it hurt to stay. Așa. You said I let you go because it was easy, because you were hard to hold. But now, how could a kid learn to ride a bike if someone they trusted didn't let them go? I let you go because I trust you, because I want you to learn. In this hard, messy world, strength in solitude must be earned. I might die tomorrow, but at least now I'm at peace. That you're handling it correctly, fixing your soul, piece by piece. I'm happy, I'm graceful, and you finally got to know the meaning of your life properly, and the reason of the snow, the reasons of your chaos, your failures, and your storms. But now everything is over. The home is warm. The home is in your mind. Breathing it, I can tell. to admire me. There's something you should know. I don't like crowded places, you see. Instead, I like solitude and peace. It's hard to trust me because I'm difficult to predict. I can be introverted as well as extroverted. I might not cherish you the way you want, but I could assure you I will never break your trust. I'm not a quite good listener because no one ever listened to me. There could be a lot of things I would hide. There is an ocean of emotion inside my heart, but I can assure you I will never make you feel sad. So, before you start to love me, just hold this fact together that my heart is very cold. There was an old man who told me that life was one big piece of art. He said, we are painting from the moment our lives start. Every high and low moment are painted on our canvas. You can see where there was joy and where there was sadness. In the end, we will step back and admire what we painted. The old man said our lives are the stories we have created. People ask why I love sunsets, as they mean everything has an end, but it tells that whatever happens all day, a beautiful end can help it mend. I love how the lonely clouds strand in the sky distort, and I realize that's the most glorious thing I spotted. It's beautiful as the weeping cloud is pouring the raindrops, quite delicate to embrace. Broken doesn't mean it is the end. It's for the things or people they're still left with the pieces through broken, much more beautiful. We all have a story, a tale to be told of the joys we've experienced and the hardships we've known. Sometimes we wear them on our sleeves for all to see, but often they're hidden as deep as they can be. So let us be kind, for never truly know the struggles and the battles that others undergo. May empathy and compassion be the guiding lights we share, and may we always remember that each story deserves care, for in our human journey we all need love and grace. So let us be kind with one another and create a better place. The very being of my soul, she reminded that every diamond came from a piece of stone. Parte física, clásica. I lost myself in noise and speed, in chasing things I didn't need. But now I walk a softer line, one stitch with peace instead of pain. I didn't arrive in grand display. I show up gently, day by day. A breath, a step, a choice to stay. That's how I find my healing way. No need for loud, no need for race. Just learning how to hold my space. And every time I choose to learn, a part of me begins to turn. I was learning how to breathe alone. Finally walking on my own. Baby steps towards something new. Me without thinking endlessly of you. The days were hard, but precise. Slowly, my hurting heart decides I have stopped waiting for you, for your name to appear, reignite the flame. When out of the blue, you texted, hello. Just like that, my progress fell low. My healing undone in a blink, holding my breath as I wait and think. It's you after all this time. Hello. Could this mean you regret letting go? My mind is racing. Don't leave me hanging. Once again, set emotionally dangling. It's just not fair to disturb my peace, to hint we could find our release. I had walked away, now drawn back, my healing heart, just like that, wounded by sweet text, distraction, waiting, hoping, stuck in reaction. You don't have to wear the light when all you feel inside is night. Not every moment calls for grace. Some days it's tears that hear this place. Let the silence hold your cries. No need for mask, no need for lies. The world won't shatter if you fall. You're human, love. You're given all. So rest your hands, unleash your soul. You've carried burdens, paid the job. Strong isn't always standing tall. It's knowing when it's time to crawl. Let the tears come, slow and soft, like rivers melting winter snow. Each drop a truth, each sigh a song. You're not broken for feeling wrong. Tomorrow waits with open skies, but tonight just close your eyes and let the weight slip through the rain. You're brave enough to feel the pain. Dust if you must, but whether it be better to paint a picture or write a letter, bake a cake or plant a seed, ponder the difference between what and need. Dust if you must, but there's not such time, with rivers to swim and mountains to climb, music to hear and books to read, friends to cherish and life to lead. Dust if you must, but the world's out there with the sun in your eyes and the wind in your hair. A flutter of snow, a shower of rain. This day will not come around again. Dust if you must, but bear in mind, old age will come and it's not kind. And when you go, and go you must, you yourself will make more dust. You can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for they doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to the hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never a breath, a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sweeto to serve your charm long after they're gone, so hold when there's nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor living friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, none too much. Yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. As I turn another page in this chapter of my life, I wonder, will this be the last of the chapters that I write? I may be living in the past, because I'm presently out of sight. Could this be the end of my path to never see another night? I've battled my share of demons, and my hair is turning gray. I've grown terribly out of season, but 1,000 reasons to stay. When I reach my final day, and I have nothing ripe to say, when the left of me, my legacy, but words upon my page. They thought she was delicate, like a pretty little flower. But she was so much more than that. She holds extraordinary power. They thought they could crush her like a daisy in their hands. Yet there is something about her that they do not understand. She is a wildflower, the type you cannot tame, the girl who brings the sun, and the girl who brought the rain. There is venom in her blood and danger in her eyes, but she hides her power well. You couldn't find it, even if you tried. They did not believe in her because they thought she was weak, but she was not the flower. She was the snake underneath. A mask of every color, every single shade and hue, built for just one purpose, built for hiding what is true. A mask that hides the sorrow, a mask that hides the pain, a mask that stops the questions that keep nagging at their brains. The special thing about this mask that sets it in its place is that unlike a normal mask, it never leaves my face. When tomorrow starts without me, and I'm not there to see, in the sun should rise and find your eyes all filled with tears for me. I wish so much you didn't cry the way you did today, while thinking of the many things we didn't get to say. I know how much you love me, as much as I love you, and each time that you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. And when tomorrow starts without me, please try to understand that an angel came and called my name and took me by the hand and said my place was ready in heaven far above, and that I have to leave behind all those I dearly love. I'm an entire ocean, and this you fail to understand. When you think you can see all of me just by standing on the sand, you cannot tell me who to be or how to treat my tide when you've never even dipped a toe into who I am inside. Citeți în continuare? I think stars have heard more secrets than any pair of human ears. They are trusted with our troubles and are the guards of all our fears. Perhaps we share with them our sorrows, for they to have to know the night. Yet they've learned to let the darkness simply emphasize their light.